Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading for this week of the Virgo full moon. So this reading is actually going to be a 2-week reading, and it is going to be approximately an hour long. I've already been warned by Arch Angel Michel. It's going to be a long one, and I'm pulling astrology cards. So I'm not actually going to read all the information from the book because it's quite a lot, but I'll just sort of intuitively see what I can get for you on those. But if you would like information on that, just put a message in the post and I will try and get an image of the information that's in the book for you, if that is necessary. Hopefully I'll be able to cover that for you. So, as I was saying, it's a Taurus reading. It will go from the 18th of February to the 3rd of March for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So I'm not sure if everybody realizes. So Sun sign is your external personality. Moon sign is your emotional self. And your rising sign is your subconscious self. For me personally, since last year, my subconscious self is more in the forefront, and I resonate with the readings for my rising sign more than any other reading. Getting into 2019, my moon sign now is playing a big part in things. Let's just say this last weekend has been quite emotionally intense. So, as I usually say, please feel free to like, share, or subscribe if that is what you wish to do. These readings tend to be for light workers, twin flames, people on a spiritual path, basically. Very spiritual. I invoke Arch Angel Michel and I allow him to use me as a microphone. So, all that being said, let's get on with it. So, Arch Angel Michel, can I have the house card for Taurus for this Virgo full moon, please? Right there. Thank you. I'll give these Arch Angel Michel. What is the planet that's being affected for my lovely fellow Taurians for this Virgo full moon and the 2 weeks from 18th to 3rd of March? February. Okay, so can I have the planet card, please? Just make sure. Have I got the correct house and planet cards? Thank you. All right, so let's go with planet. It's the planet that's been affected. Saturn. Sorry, Saturn's like the Lord of Karma. So I'm like, oh gosh, really? The part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. Okay, if I'm going to reflect on what's been going on with me, really deep soul wounds. I'm a Taurus sun sign, guys. So very, very emotional stuff, like the stuff that really left a true dent in your soul, on an emotional level. Like, yeah, it molded you into the person with the barriers that you created against the rest of the world, against people that came into your life, that kind of thing. That for me personally has been going on. And, this is like the really gut-wrenching, challenging, heartbreaking, horrible stuff that you've been through. But now that you've come so far and you've ascended so much, you're able to have a higher perspective and see the wisdom in it and see how, yes, okay, it absolutely smashed your heart to bits, destroyed your self-worth, created lots of hang-ups, whatever it may be. But guess what? You've come a long way since then. You can see the distance. You can see how far you've come. You can see how much progress you've made as a being in your own right. You haven't allowed the pain and the sad things from the past to sort of taint you and cloud your judgment of the world in general. Okay? So that's that kind of stuff. That's what's coming up this full moon. And yeah, it's been intense. Okay, and then for the house is the first house. So what people see and the impression you give. And for a sun sign, how appropriate. This is, your external self. The persona that you shows the world. Are you being your authentic self? No holds barred, just wearing your heart on your sleeve, as they say. And in the more spiritual term, it's having your heart chakra open, 24/7, just basically living life from the heart, as all light workers are meant to do. But we also need to unload from our energy bodies and our emotional selves, as well as our psyche, the emotional baggage and the clutter that we've gathered along the road. So that is the card, someone actually staring at themselves. And yeah. Have you had that kind of a moment lately where you've kind of looked at yourself just gone, who or what exactly am I? What am I showing to the world? What am I putting out there? Am I being who I truly am at heart? Or am I wearing a mask to hide things about myself that I'm unable to accept and love unconditionally at this time? And trust me, when I'm feeling this combination, the first house with Saturn, Saturn's a big teacher. It's about discipline. It's about self-discipline. It's about knowing that, yep, okay, you've been beaten down by life, but guess what? You are so resilient. Like, there is so much solar plexus and sacral chakra energy colors here. It's not funny. Like, there's even heart chakra here in the first house, but there's yellow, orange, and green, definitely. You know, there's 3 very important chakras, my friends. Personal power, I guess your way, you know, your position in the world, what you feel like you're a part of. And this is my understanding, guys. I'm not like an astrologer or anything like that. I'm just a person that is very enthusiastic about astrology because I know how much it affects our lives. Okay. So yeah, just look up what, you know, Saturn and the first house can impact you right now. Just Google it. Answers there, trust me. That's why Archangel Michael's like, don't worry about reading from the book. That doesn't need to happen. There's clever people out there. Okay, so I gave these cards a nice shuffle, and I am, yeah, I'm just going to leave it. The cards are already flying, guys, so energy's cranking. Patch Tarot is the tarot deck I am using. I will be using the hologram Rider-Waite tarot for clarifiers, in case anyone's interested. So, Archangel Michael, is this the first card? Woo! Taurus. I love this card, okay, because I get the deeper meaning behind it. I don't get the superficial death card. Transformations, baby. Like, soul level. Ooh, you are becoming the best version of you can possibly be. That's a butterfly in the background. This figure, whoever, skeleton dude that's in the card, he's actually got butterfly wings that are quite attractive. You know, it's gorgeous. So, death of the old, but rebirth of the new. It's kind of, I feel like now, in relation to those cards, I feel like this is releasing any masks that you have. This is also releasing like heavy emotions that may have been weighing you down. Okay. And then it's followed up by the 4 of Cups, withdrawal. Okay, closing yourself off to the world. Of course, emotional pain may have made you close yourself off to the world because the people that were closest to you have hurt you. So it's made you close off to the world. I can totally understand that and withdrawing, you know, not seeing that other cup of love that somebody's looking around to find you so that they can offer you that cup of love. You're oblivious to it because you've withdrawn so much. Although you love these 3 cups that are in front of you, they've also caused you a bit of pain, I feel like. And it's kind of like, okay, yes, well, you know, family, friends, whatever. And you kind of detach. You become a bit numb to the love that's in your life. That's the energy I'm getting. But then it's followed up by the 10 of Pentacles. Well, tell them discs in this, but 10 of Pentacles in a traditional card. And the keyword here is legacy. So, you know, building an empire with your partner, your other half, your better half, some like to say, your complementary half, okay? So there is a transformation going on through this full moon period, like a major transformation on a very deep level, which is maybe making you withdraw a little bit or bringing this period of you having been withdrawn to an end. Depends on, you know, this is a general reading, so it can apply in different ways for different people. But also, death card is significant for Scorpio. And sorry, the 4 of Cups is significant for Cancer, and it's got like a crescent moon. So yeah, I feel like this withdrawal, we may have been in withdrawal mode, and I'm saying we because I am a Taurian as well, guys. So yeah, just so we know, context. But yeah, I've kind of been a bit like this in the last couple of weeks myself. So I can totally and utterly relate. And been sort of, even though I've had interactions with, you know, like my soul family, my tribe, my beautiful angels in my life, still I've sort of had this sort of underlying air of like, they're the only people I'm going to tolerate in my existence. I have really no like energy for much else. Like, I don't want to deal with people and their drama. Like, I have a lot of very 3D people in my life, and trust me, I don't want very 3D. Like, I'm surrounded by very 3D. So, yeah, in that context, you can say, yeah, withdrawing because this is very 3D. But you're oblivious to the fact that that's probably a 5D person right there. And because you've detached so much, you're not realizing that. Could be a twin flame, my friends. You never know. I'd like it if it was mine. So then, going back to the legacy, or, you know, 10 of Pentacles. This is about somebody wanting to grow old together and having built an empire. You know, this is investment properties. This is businesses. This is leaving something behind for your kids and the next generation. That kind of an energy right there. I feel like it's coming. It's kind of on the cards. So I had a few more cards for that. I'm actually just going to pick something. Because we're actually going for 12 cards this time around. So maybe I'll get all the cards out and then talk about them, because that way I'll be able to see the correlation between some of them. Okay. Micro card number 6, please. Okay. Last 6. Wow. Okay, just gonna check a couple of things. Okay, check all these cards in the right order. They're all the correct ones. Are there any reversals in this reading? Oh, okay, okay. Clarifiers for. Okay. I get why he said it's going to be an hour-long reading, and I'm not reading from the book of the astrology, because I have 12 cards, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm pulling clarifiers for all of them. Get comfortable. I think these readings are quite specific, and they will apply to some people. They won't apply to all people. Okay. Go for that. Okay, and put some discs. And 9 cups. Woo! Sorry, flying everywhere in both directions. Okay, Wheel of Flow, please. And look. Taurus, I will give you a little spoiler. The card you're reading ends with the Lovers. And in the Patch Tarot, the key word here is marriage at the top of the card. And it doesn't necessarily have to be marriage. It could be marriage of your inner masculine and feminine. It can also be, you know, marriage in the physical world. So, I don't know. We shall see. I'm just going to make sure that I've got all the right cards. Okay, all clarifies in the right positions. Okay, should anyone be in a rush? Okay. So. Alright, so I'm going to tune into I've tuned into the first 3 cards, okay? So now I'm just going to compare them with the clarifiers, and then I'll sort of split it up and check them out in the other case, in the rest of the cards, sorry. So the Death card is actually clarified by the World card. Now, if that's not confirming that you've completed a major life cycle, like 20 plus years, like this is a huge level up. It's a graduation, okay? It is, I hear graduation day again. Okay, with this card, I usually do hear that, because it's kind of like you've gone through a really, really major cycle. You've ascended quite rapidly and quite far. Like, you know, this could be like 2-3 levels, or maybe 5 levels even, whatever. I don't know how they're broken down. It's evolution on a very quantum level, so I don't even claim to know the full extent of it, but I do feel when, you know, my cat clears out of my room, because there's that many light beings in my room, and I keep on seeing flashes, and I can feel this love vibe, and I feel really supported, and I have this sort of sense of, I'm not sitting here watching Netflix by myself, man. Like, you kind of just know, okay? So those sort of periods for me, that's a leveling up. That's kind of like, okay, yeah, I feel really run down for no reason. Haven't been doing much. I kind of even been told no readings. And I've had times when I'm kind of like, hey, I can hear Michael. I feel like doing a reading, even if it was for myself. No, your energy's not right. So like, for me, I've been really hell-bent on, actually that's really bad terminology, I've been very persistently fixed on making sure I'm walking my path according to the plan that I have, because I really don't want to come back to Earth and have to do this life again. I'm not redoing this. I'm getting it right this time. Because I know this lifetime I'm not, it's my last one on Earth, and I've done my contract of reincarnation wheel on Earth. I'm out of here. So I'm making sure that I'm leveling up, and I'm making sure that I'm doing all of my, everything that I can possibly do. And to the extent that I've given my higher self permission, whatever you're doing, do it. You just fill me in later. Because we live in a linear sort of scenario here on Earth, but our higher self is multi-dimensional. So in that sense, I feel like you've got a team that's doing exactly that for you, and that's why that's coming out, because like, there's no other reason why I'd be sharing that with you. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you have kind of just gone, you know what, I'm here for a higher purpose. Let's do this, dudes. And you've kind of given permission for it to kind of, quite literally, to take off. And it has. And this is almost like this full moon, there might be some really heavy stuff that's coming up. But while it's coming up, yes, it might be rough for a day or two, even 3 days, whatever. Just hang in there, write it out, because good things are coming. And this is just another sign for you that you have come a long way, because you will notice in the aftermath of this that it didn't kick your rear end as much as these scenarios have in the past, or, you know, say in the last year. And that is proof in itself that you have actually come a long way, and that things aren't affecting you as badly. So you've learned a lot, you've evolved, you've got the higher perspective, and each time major lessons come up and you're able to sort of conquer them and show yourself through your own reactions and your actions in the aftermath how far you've really come. And it's just like, oh, hang on, that's a really mature reaction. I can't give myself that much credit, actually. I was very immature the other day. However, I was purging some really heavy stuff, so I'm good now, as you can see. All right. So the next card that we had was the Four of Cups, withdrawal. Yes. The withdrawal is clarified by the Three of Cups. So I feel like the person that was withdrawn, I feel like someone may have been withdrawn from you in this case, actually, when we look at it with the clarifier. So also, generally, for some of you, it could be you were withdrawn and now you're sort of starting to detach, like come out of that period of being withdrawn. And that is returning you to people who are really happy that you kind of came floating back down to Earth and they haven't completely lost contact with you. Or for others of you, especially twin flames, this could be the person who was detached, the person who walked away. In the old terminology, the runner, as they used to call it. I'm not a big fan of labels. Even the twin flame thing, I feel like it's become quite commercialized. And it had, when I first sort of got into it, it was, you had to be quite discerning about the people that you started learning from, because there are a lot of people that worked out how much, how much of the population is looking into these things. And so it's kind of like, ooh, an opportunity. And it became a little bit like that, where, I've been scammed by somebody that just, be discerning, guys. So with the twin flame thing, this could be the person, now that I have come back to topic, that was withdrawn, that detached, that walked away, possibly coming back for a reunion or hoping for a reunion. Doesn't mean, just because they're walking back doesn't mean they're going to get guaranteed to get a reunion. However, I feel like this could definitely be it. Like, this full moon is causing a transformation, which is completing that cycle of you guys being in separation. And so that energy of being withdrawn is now gone, and they're reaching out. Like, maybe you're the one that's withdrawn and you're focusing on your spiritual self and your inner self. And now that person that walked away before is coming back with their cup of love and offering it. And so the Three of Cups, the reunion, the celebration, the divine masculine, divine feminine, the third energy. Oh my lord, that's just really clicked. Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, I feel this is definitely twin flames, because then we have the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Discs, okay, which is legacy, building an empire together, the twin flame union, you know, a power couple basically coming together and doing that. And we all, the ones that, yeah, have been doing the research, whatever, you get your intuition, you get your guidance, however it is that you know the story. And ultimately, you're supposed to be a complete person emotionally and in the material world as well, and be completely independent, not needing anybody, but being open to having somebody in your life. And that inner balance and that external balance that you need to achieve before you can come into union with your twin. The balance, the Two of Pentacles, the inner balance, the outer balance. But this is also the twin flames coming together and having that reunion, the celebration with the third energy, and balancing their own energies internally and externally when they're in union, when they're together. Okay, so Two of Pentacles, very twin flame card. It's the infinity symbol. I know infinity symbol is very, very significant for twin flames. Like, I've actually sat at a beach when there's no communication at all between my twin and I mean none. On very, very firm, harsh terms was it sort of like, don't talk to me, I'm not talking to you. However, they have my phone number and they have my email address, and they can contact me when they wish to. But I no longer do that, because I'm at the point where whether he returns or not, I don't see myself spending the rest of my life alone. That's definitely not on the cards for me. So yeah, the infinity symbol, how that is significant is I've actually sat at a beach drawing the infinity symbol in the sand with my finger, like just continuing. It's like this, you get into this flow, and it's almost like my hand likes moving like that. You start doing it, and there's something really enjoyable about it. Like, I'm doing it now, I don't want to stop. It's weird. Very weird. I don't know. It's the flow of the energy when you do that. So the infinity symbol, sat there drawing it for like 5-10 minutes. And on both of those occasions, I've actually like bumped into him, like not bumped physically into him, but been on one side of the road, he's been on the other side of the road, and then realized sort of, oh, that's him. Keep walking. I didn't do that. I didn't realize it was him until later. If I had realized it was him, I would hit the floor in tears, but at that point. So it was really good that I didn't realize it was him. He didn't deserve to see me cry at that point. Or ever. Anyway, whatever. Point is, the infinity symbol, oh my god, how is it that they end up in the same space? You know, like, it's weird. It's very weird. It's like it's a frequency thing that brings twin flames together. It's an energy. It's the flow of energy. I've even got a meditation that's like a twin flame meditation where it's sending love to your twin flame, and it's like seeing an infinity symbol from your heart chakra to their heart chakra. Like, the outer hoop is inside your heart chakra, and the other one is inside theirs. And so you're sending love and they're sending love, and it's an amazing meditation. So that's coming to mind. I will post it afterwards, because I have a feeling like Arch Angel Michel definitely wants me to put that one out there, especially for the twin flames. I know this journey is not for the faint of heart. And I have my moments where I'm kind of like, I'm so over this, man. Like, whatever. If he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, there's always online dating, all right? And I'm even thinking of creating a spiritual dating app. The awakened community dating app. Why not? We need something for us people. No, I'm just being a dork. That's so, like, not my thing. Like, I don't believe in getting asked that, blah, blah, blah. But also, like, what dating app have you seen? Like, oh, yes, someone that's into meditation and blah, blah, blah. Would that, I don't know. Please let me know in the comments if I'm being a fruit bat and I'm completely wrong. But yeah, I'm going to hurry up with this reading. So just one sec. Infinity. Meditation. Taurus. Okay. All right, Taurus. Sorry about all the rambling. Now, we've got next card off the rank after the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Pentacles, or Six of Discs, which is generosity. you know, the even exchange of energy being fair, the balance, the scales that he's holding are very much balanced. This is slightly different from, quite different actually, from the Six of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite Tarot. That one's an uneven balance of energy. This one's an even balance of energy. It's a beautiful thing. And that's beautiful because whatever's happening, like this balance that you're finding in this partnership, whether it's a relationship partnership, like a romantic partnership or not, it doesn't matter. Some twin flames aren't in romantic scenarios. And this doesn't have to be twin flames. This can just be, you know, husband, wife, soulmates even. There's an even exchange of energy, which is taking away the insecurities and the issues that one or both may have had at one point about feeling left out in the cold. It's like this person that is returning and the celebration that's happening, you guys are coming together and starting to build your empire, and all of a sudden this person is being very, very generous and very fair in everything that they're doing with you. And that feeling of being left out in the cold by them when they had walked away previously is being eliminated. I feel like it's being resolved by this balance of energy. It's a beautiful thing. And then, oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Okay, energy-wise, this is an astronomically beautiful reading, guys. Okay, next card we have is the Ace of Wands, inspiration. So Ace of Wands is inspired action to me as well, because Wands is a card of action. It's actually clarified by the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this could be you, Taurus, embodying the Queen of Wands energy and taking action on your life purpose, the missions that you have. Like, you know, to put it into context, like I've been dreaming about rescuing animals or helping cats and dogs because I absolutely love them and they give us so much love. And, you know, I've been a cat person all my life. So I volunteered with Animal Welfare League for a while. It was so low vibe and so 3D. I didn't last very long, like probably about a year. And then earlier today, I contacted somebody about feeding a colony of cats 1 night a week. And they're all desexed. They're, you know, a managed colony by, you know, these people that run rescues and things like that. And yeah, I'm going to do it. They need somebody. It's an urgent thing. It's about an hour away from my place. I don't care. I drive. Okay? I have, you know, not much of an existence. I don't have many friends. All my, you know, tribe, my soul fam, they're all online. So, and most of them in the States. So yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But I feel like this, to me, after I did it, I was just like, oh my God, Rainy, you finally did it. This is so exciting. And I sat there and I cried because I was so happy that I got the opportunity to do it. And like, it's there, it's for the taking. They're like looking for somebody desperately. And I'm like, I'll do it. And it's something that means so much to me. Like, it really sets my heart on fire. And I know it's part of, you know, my little missions in life, like to do humanitarian stuff when it comes to animals and with kids and whatever else. Whatever it is that you resonate with, like anything from like years, from the age of 9 to 12, that really, you know, you got lost in, and it was your moment of being in the flow and just completely being lost in it. Whatever hobby, whatever talent that you had that you're fantastic at, try and tune into that. And if you don't know what these things are, that's where to sort of be a starting point. What about those things now, where you are in life now, actually gets you really excited and gets your soul excited? Sort of think about it, you know, like just talk it out in your own head, almost like a brainstorm. And you're like, okay, so bake, what is it about that was so appealing? Like, what is it? What's the hidden emotion? Yeah. It'll be something that comes from love, but what is it? You know, where did that love come from? What experience, or what is it about you that made that happen? Because when you get to the core of it, you can kind of go, okay, well, hey, I can express that love by being a chef. I can do, you know, by doing it by working in childcare. I could do it like, and then you can start thinking of practical ways of how in the 3D world you can actually create that. But when you have the core emotion or the core energy behind it, then you can kind of get more creative with it and get your creative juices flowing, as they say, and expand from there. And I think you need to, because the Queen of Wands is a very passionate woman. She knows what she wants and she knows how to get it, and she's not afraid to put in the consistent effort and go do the hard yards if she has to get there. She can manifest really well, and she is excited about a really bright future. The sunflowers, my friend. Bright future is punchline right there. Then the next card that we have, sorry guys, I'm not sure if that music's a little loud, but we have the Child, which is in the normal tarot is the equivalent of the Fool, basically. So that patch, as a beginner, this is kind of like, this comes at the beginning of the tarot cycle as well as after the world in the patch. Okay, so it's kind of like the beginning and the end as you're about to begin a new cycle as well. It's ending and the beginning. It's kind of summarizing the Death card. So there are things that are coming to an end. There are transitions happening over this full moon that are really, really huge. And this stage of, you know, this transition that you're at, where you're at another starting point now, it's a new, fresh perspective. It's actually making you feel kind of tired. So I would suggest Epsom salt baths, meditation, energy work, even Reiki, guys. Like, you'd be amazed how much you actually get out of it. Like, you may not feel anything at the time. However, on an energetic level, it takes a few days for it to fully sink in. When I used to get my chakra healings, and it was, you know, via Reiki through someone's higher self, it would take about 6 days for the effects to filter down. And I'd had, you know, my psychic gifts open up through those things. Shifts happen, but you need to give it time for it to filter down, because it happens in the 5th dimension and it takes a lot of time for it to filter down to the 3rd, because we're very dense down here. It's not that dense up there. Okay? But I feel like, yes, you can see this is an exciting, you know, turning point, the next level, but you are feeling tired, you're feeling quite drained, so you need to take time out. Make sure you are resting. I know with the ascension energies and things like that, you can sleep for 18, 20 hours and you still feel exhausted, like you haven't actually slept, even for like 3 hours. Just quite literally resting your mind, okay? No phone, no laptop, no TV, no nothing. Like, I'm at a stage where I binge watch certain TV series. There's one that reminds me of my twin. Ironically enough, today, I was about to watch something else, and I'm like, they're like, no. I'm like, there's something else you need to watch. I'm like, what? I'm like, Atlantis. And the actor in Atlantis looks very much like my twin, except for he doesn't have curly hair, or his dark hair is that. But almost everything else about him looks exactly like my twin, and I, you know, slowly fell in love with him again while I watched it late last year, after having gone, I don't want him. And it's kind of like, they're like, okay, well, you've detached and you've been doing your own thing, building your empire and, you know, creating your website, doing all your stuff, getting yourself sorted. But you're kind of forgetting about him too much. And I've been sort of brought back into a space where I'm more open and accepting and more loving towards him. Because I think with a lot of twin flames, we get to a stage where kind of like, fine, if this is about self-empowerment, I'm going to do my own thing. Cool. I'm just going to worry about myself, and then kind of forget that we have to, you know, on an energetic and emotional level, have that open, unconditional love energy there for our twin, for them to feel like we want them to return, like they're going to return. But it's almost like, okay, well, I want to return and I really do love this person, but now I feel like they don't even care if I'm coming back. Shoot, do I bother? Like, it's hard enough for me to scrounge up my courage to do this in the first place. Do I even bother if they don't really want me back? Nah, man, nah. And if we're having that scenario playing out, then we're technically shooting ourselves in the foot, because I know how hard it has been to detach and how hard it has been to sort of just go, okay, fine, he may never come back. And, you know, the only soul that will do, the only soul that feels right to be with is that person. How do you bring yourself to that point of releasing any attachment to that level without sort of putting a little bit of a in there? And the people that know me will know exactly what I mean by but it's always like, well, you left me out for this long and blah blah. I even put it out to my twin. It's like, dude, I'm gonna have to not have had you in my life for 2 whole years after I've made so much progress and I've kicked ass and I've come so far. I find it a little insulting, because I'm pretty damn awesome, and you know, you can't get anything better than me anyway, so what the hell are you wasting your time for, dude? That's how it's at with twin flames, okay, people? Your twin's never going to find a better fit than you. You are just perfect. everything about you is perfect. You complement them. The things you don't know, they know. So any scenario that comes up in life, you guys will have each other's back and you guys will be sorted. Okay. It's a beautiful, what the twin flame connection is, guys. Okay. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm pretty sure I've gotten all the messages for you guys. Okay. So that advice was necessary, it seems. I hope it was. Because I feel like a bit of a talk sometimes when I ramble. All right, now, next card, ladies and gentlemen, the wizard, and the punchline is the power of creation. So the wizard is the magician, mental blank there for a second, in the normal tarot. But this is like, you know, magician on steroids. He's a master manifester, but it's also a sort of unisex energy. Patch Tarot have been very careful to be fair and balanced with the gender allocations. Because in the normal tarot, you've got the high priestess, but you don't have a high priest, you know, and they do. They've got something that covers it anyway. So yes, so the wizard, master manifester, has control of the elements, fire and water, air and earth, ether, all of it balanced. Very, very spiritual. There's some amazing symbols here. There's a chalice with a heart on it. It's like Archangel Michael. To me, it's Archangel Michael's sword because it's got a feather, especially because Archangel Michael's been channeled. I feel like it is quite significant for him, but you've got the caduceus that symbolizes like the Kundalini rising energy. So major leveling up. You are manifesting like a monstrosity in a beautiful way. A beautiful monstrosity, okay? However, you are getting run down, you are tired, you need to take time out. If you need to meditate, if you need to get some energy healing, go get a massage, spa, sauna, whatever it is that makes you feel rejuvenated from the inside out, okay? If it is Reiki, if it is some other form of healing, I know there's like things like emotional release, like kinesiology and all of that kind of alternative therapies and things like that. I was about to say acupressure. Oh yeah, there's acupressure and there's acupuncture as well. So, you know, even things like that, reflexology, they can be amazing for like releasing tension in your shoulders and things. I just heard hint, hint. So my shoulders are absolutely solid, and they generally are, and I don't know. I'm sure I'll resolve that one day. However, that's the hint, right? Things like that. Little things that you know are an issue. Don't ignore them anymore, because as you ascend, you need to release the density, and whatever energy, whether it's emotional energy or any other form of energy that is being densified and held in your body, it can lead to, you know, disease and dysfunction later on. So you don't want that. You want to release everything that's coming up for release. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking at the Saturn card. So it's Archangel Michael going, all the heavy stuff that's coming up, feel it so you can heal it and release, okay? You have to feel it to heal it. You can't run away from feeling it. So if you have to sit there and just feel unpleasant feelings for a few hours, get some sound therapy. Oh my God. If you need help, guys, I've got playlist after playlist of sound therapy for all different things, from releasing fear to anxiety, you name it, okay? Even the stuff that's playing in the background right now, it's kind of like tuning into your higher mind and things like that. So sound therapy is amazing. It does wonderful things. Humans respond to it immensely. Why do you think music is so popular? It triggers certain emotional feelings, the good emotional feelings, or, you know, lovey-dovey songs. They sell out, sell millions, whatever they say. There's a reason for all of that. People want to feel good. Music makes people feel good, okay? So this is what sound therapy is huge. Like, I am a big fan of sound therapy. Solfeggio frequencies and things like that are amazing. If you've got, singing bowls, play with them, even Tibetan drumming. Like, you can find so many things on YouTube these days. It's insane, okay? So if you need any help with finding stuff like that, I am your one, quite happy to help. Just leave a comment and I will do so. But I need to move on. So next card we have for you, Taurus, is the Queen of Pentacles in the normal tarot. It's the Princess of Discs. Sorry, Princess. So this is kind of like the page bordering on the night energy in this tarot. And it says transmute. This is a master manifestor and transmuter because it's got the wizard card prior to that. So this is an earth sign who is in their element. You know, the desert has been transformed into a lush forest on the other side. So she's a master manifestor and master transmuter. She can transmute some heavy energies fast. And why is that? Because she's embodying her higher self. She has leveled up. She's gone through some major stages. She's gone through transformations that have made her graduate and level up through major periods or phases in her life. And now she's embodying her higher self, so she can transmute like nothing else before. If you thought you could transmute before, my friend, you are on steroids now. That's the energy I'm getting from that. Like, that is, you're in your element big time. Like, I don't think you would be doubting your intuition at this point. Like, you could have people like, you know, showing you things that are carved in stone, and if your intuition telling you otherwise, you will follow your intuition. You do not care. Like, you are that solid. And yeah, I totally agree with that. It's kind of like, we just know why we're here, what we're doing, what needs doing. And it's just this sense of very, like, you know, cemented 6-7 feet into the ground, kind of firm, stable. I know my stuff. Don't tell me what's what. I know. You don't, but I know. I don't know how I know. I just know. Okay? Psychic, tuned in, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. And I don't need your explanation. I know what I feel. I know what I know. That's like, it's very, yeah, very much so. Like, you guys are in your element. I love it. And I'm definitely feeling it. It's very solid, very secure in yourself. Like, all of a sudden, it's just like, I know exactly who and what I am. I don't need anybody else to question me. I don't need anyone to challenge me. And it's not coming from a place of ego. It's coming from a place of total understanding and acceptance of your own core essence of your soul, like your true authentic self, like understanding what aspects of your higher self actually make up you and seeing how similar you guys are. And although the personalities and the energies are slightly different, you know, higher self is the 5D version of you. So, you know, ego's not there, and, you know, a few other things are different, but you're starting to see how your quirks and their quirks are similar. And you're like, wow, okay, we'd have such a great time together. Like, oh my God, like best friends hanging out, like the best time ever. Because I can be quite kooky and I make funny voices and stuff. And I've had moments where I've been really tuned into my higher self, and I hear her sense of humor, and I'm just like, Moses, you give me a run for my money. And she's hysterical. She is awesome. Like, dark humor, cheeky, oh my Lord, all the way. And it's fantastic because this is, your higher self is like, you know, a higher version of yourself, a fifth dimensional version of yourself. Get cozy with them, get to know them, because you're going to be, you know, hanging out together for a long way now. A lot of us are embodying our higher selves, and I feel like that's what it is, really. So, oh my God, Taurus. I love being a Taurus right now, especially in this reading in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, guys, this is 2 weeks. This is why it's going to take a while. I just saw the time. Okay, so the next card that we have, the 9 of Cups. And it says happiness at the top. This is the single person? No, just a person that's being granted a wish of happiness. Whatever makes you most happy, whether it is love, whether it's a job, whether it's a house, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Everybody's different. You know, this is the wish that's been made for emotional fulfillment. Pisces is significant in this card, but it is the 9 of Cups. And in the 9 of Cups, traditionally, it is about a wish that is related to something love or emotion related being granted by the universe. Okay. And the card that goes with it, or to clarify, it is the 8 of Pentacles. So working hard on something that, this is long-term, persistent effort, disciplined, consistent effort towards this, whatever it is that's going to make you happy. So I feel like you have been building yourself towards this. And I feel like it's actually directly underneath the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like it's got something to do with that. You've been building your side of the empire that you're going to have with your twin when you come into union, or your soulmate, whoever it is. And yeah, that's the wish, is that you had made the wish that you can have you can build an empire with your divine counterpart. You've been working hard at it. And so I feel like that wish has been granted because you have put it out there to the universe to manifest it. And now you've started working towards it. And when you're working towards it, it gives the universe an opportunity to help you work towards it faster and more efficiently, I would say, because the universe is pretty helpful when you open up to it. Okay, so the next card we have for you, Taurus, we have the Queen of Swords. Perceptive. Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords looks bored AF. Seriously, she does. She's like, whatever, my sword's here. Don't mess with me. I will slice you open if you fuck with me, people. I tell you now. I've been through some stuff, and I am very, very perceptive. I see through your shite, so don't think you ever fool me, because nobody can fool me again, my friend. I'm very much in tune with my higher self. However, I have been hurt, and those feelings are slightly raw still, so watch out for my sword, because it won't hesitate to slice you open if you ask for it. So that kind of a vibe, like very flat but detached and a little bit almost cold energy. Like even I can feel like my first going kind of flat and like, yeah, F you kind of vibe. Like I felt that energy when I was talking about it. So interesting. So I feel like with the Page of Pentacles being clarified here, this person could have had that attitude towards you. They may have been hurt by you. They may have felt that way about you. Or this could be you having, been hurt by somebody and felt that way. But either you are now being seen as this very precious pentacle that this person adores, and all they want is to have that in their life. And they're like very, very focused on it. He's looking at it very attentively. Okay. So either somebody's seeing you this way, like seeing you, the Queen of Swords, this way, or the Queen of Swords is seeing you this way, because that would make sense. Being the pentacle, you are the earth sign here. That would make sense if an air sign or a Pisces. Air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius was seeing you that way or approaching you that way. Like you're the most precious thing in their life and they really, really adore you and they want to protect and take care of you. It's a very nurturing, very gentle way of looking at that pentacle. So interesting, guys. And I have no idea how this fits, so please let me know if this does. The second last card that we have for your reading, my dear. Love it. The Wheel of Flow. In the traditional tarot, it's the Wheel of Fortune, but this is the Wheel of Flow. Universal flow, flow of abundance, flow of prosperity, flow of love, flow of divine energy to and through you and around you. Okay. Very, very, very spiritual. And it says fortune. So Wheel of Flow. So it's kind of like fortune in any shape, form, description is flowing into your life and through your life. Because you have been patient, or there will be more abundance flowing into your life, but you need to be patient. Can be taken either way. So Seven of Pentacles is about patience. He's tended his field, he's planted the seeds, now they've grown, now he's waiting for the fruits to mature or ripen, whatever the term may be, before he's able to pick them and get the fruits of his labor, basically. So I feel like either you're being told to be patient because it is coming a major turn of fortune, major turn of luck, as some people say, is definitely on the cards, and it's coming either within the next 2 weeks or not long after that. I feel like with the full moon energy, it has a bit of an extended lingering. I was feeling the energy from like the 13th or the 16th, and I was like, it was way too early. It was like 6 days early. Okay, so like a week early. This has been an intense full moon for me as well. It's a Virgo full moon, and I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, so maybe that makes sense. But if we're doing it by that standard, so this is like within the next 3 weeks. If things haven't shifted yet, if you haven't seen a turn in your abundance, a turn in, the energy around your life being more positive, being more complementary to the kind of life that you want to have, the kind of people that you want to have in your life. If it hasn't shown up yet, be patient because it's coming within the next 3 weeks, a week after the 3rd of March, I would say, because astrology, this energy is quite intense. So if you give it another week after that 2 week period for the full moon, I would say that should be there. And especially when you've got this card in the reading, it's sort of, diagonally up from it. It is about, yes, we know you're tired, but please hang in there, because you are tougher than you realize. You are a fighter, and you're not there yet. You haven't completed this stage of climbing this hill that you're trying to accomplish. You know, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whether it's starting a business, whether it's getting a qualification, whether it's saving money, you know, so that you can relocate. A lot of us are being, you know, guided to relocate, whether it's to another city, to another country, whatever it may be. But it's almost like the pull is getting quite strong, and there's so much in your life that's sort of pointing in that direction. It's a bit of a no-brainer. I was like, okay, it's time for me to start looking into how I can go over there. And for me personally, I at one stage never thought I would be leaving this country, but now that's all I know I'm going to be doing. I know by end of this year or by next year, I'll be on a whole different side of the world. And I'm very excited about that, because I've had some wonderful incarnations in that location, or in that part of the world, let's say. And I know my soul needs to go back there for whatever reason. Okay, so the last card for you guys, Taurus, is the Lovers, as I had said earlier. So this Lovers is an extremely beautiful Lovers card. It says marriage at the top, but if you see, you've got like a little angel, like Cupid, pointing his arrow down. You've got the divine feminine, you've got the divine masculine, the inner feminine, the inner masculine. They're holding hands. They're holding hands as well. And mind you, this is the King of Wands, and this is another figure I can't remember from what cards, but I'll have to mash it up and I'll let you guys know. But basically, Father God and Mother God, masculine aspect, feminine aspect, both holding hands, but their hands are on top of the masculine and the feminine's head. This is like a union that has been blessed by the hand of the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in. This is a very divinely guided, divinely blessed union, okay? This is two people coming together that are destined to come together. So I feel like when it's got the Three of Wands, this has not happened yet, but you are waiting for it to happen. The Three of Wands is about waiting for your ships to come in. You feel it. You can feel the ring on your finger in the fifth dimension. You can feel that they're with you in the fifth dimension. You just can't see them just yet. And that, I really feel like that's the energy, and I feel like this was a personal reading for myself somehow. With that last card. It's like, yeah, I feel it. Like, I actually felt the day when the ring was, like, because I've been married before. I know what that little weird feeling is like. And I'm like, why does it feel heavy? Like, what's going on? It's empty. Why does it feel heavy? But I gave my twin a card. I mean, sorry, a ring that I had initially bought for my husband, ex-husband. But he was always too chubby to fit it. He never was able to wear it. And I remember sort of thinking to myself, yeah, well, maybe the right one will fit it. It fit my twin perfectly on his thumb. And he had one other ring that he used to wear on the other one. So he was really happy that he had something to balance it up. But guess what, guys? It was a titanium ring with the word forever etched into the outside. So talk about buying that in like 2004 and meeting my twin in 2016. Yeah. Talk about some things are just really, 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 really beautiful. Okay. Now, guys, I am going to go with the Wisdom of the Oracle. I have not used my Wisdom of the Oracle cards for a while. These are amazingly beautiful cards, and I am hoping that the lighting today will allow for me to be able to show you off the amazing, amazing artistry. One of the most beautiful cards at the bottom. Yeah, see, now you can see it. See what I mean? That's just one of my favorites anyway. That's a beautiful card. Okay, so Archangel Michel. What beautiful guidance from Wisdom of the Oracle do we have for Taurus? For this full moon, hello, Earth sign, full moon. Wow. Okay. Oops. Now I'm gonna have a little bit. Sorry, guys. It's like my pendulum got all mixed up for a sec. Okay, so both of these, right? And this is not production message. No. All right, so with the Wisdom of the Oracle, it's actually got a few different portions to the message. So we've got Number 18, serendipity. Love this card. This is actually a really beautiful card. Not just from the image, the message as well, because I've had both of these before. And then we've got 36, come to the edge. And I like this. Playing it safe is not going to get you anywhere. I like it. I love the energy of this. Come on, Taurus, when you've got Ace of Wands in your reading and you've got the Queen of Wands clarifying it, you've got the fire in you to make anything happen. And you can. You just need to have faith in yourself. And I feel like with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands energy, you're finding it. Even if a part of you was so fearful and so doubtful a little while ago, even if it was a month or a couple of weeks ago, all of a sudden there's a fire in you where you're just like, let's do this. I want to do it. I actually want to do it. You're hearing your inner self going, I want to do this. And yeah, I've had that. Like, yeah, today was an interesting day because I've just completely changed the way I do things. My entire schedule for the day has been shifted, and it's a bit more efficient and a bit more organized and a bit more going to get things done. And I'm excited about it. And there's a sense of satisfaction as well, because it's kind of like, well, I know about stagnating. Now all of a sudden being really, really efficient. Like, yes, I'm efficient even in my pajamas, but yeah. It's a weird thing. So I'm just going to read you the meanings, okay? So essential meaning that we have for serendipity is opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, and a magical alignment of events. Being the right place at the right time, ladies and gentlemen. So the oracle's message is, you've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, and as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world, your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. Oh, Lord, guys. If this is not a little confirmation or a little, like, oh, let's do that. That's a bit patronizing on the head. But it's just a little, from Archangel Michael and the universe, just going, guys, you're on a divine path. You are, there are beings of light, God, the angels, Jesus, Buddha, whoever you resonate with, they're working through you. And just your loving presence, accepting unconditional loving presence in the world around you is enough to make you do exactly that. Okay, so there is a relationship message and a prosperity message. I'm going to read that because relationships and prosperity also come into play here, yeah? So, relationship messages. Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey, someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs Spirit presents. Oh, Lord, twin flames, watch out for that reunion. Watch out for that reunion. Come on, we all want it. We know we want it. We're going to own the fact that we do. Okay, so the prosperity message is you are in the right place at the right time. Be grateful for the stars are aligned in your favor and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success are yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The timing is perfect. So some very awesome synchronistic events are going to be playing out for you guys, whether that be, in relation to your cash flow, whether it be in relation to your twin returning or you actually meeting your soulmate, divine counterpart, or soul family members, people that you're meant to be coming together and collaborating with to create spiritual businesses, whether that's humanitarian, like, not-for-profit kind of organizations. I totally see that happening for a lot of us. I know of a few sort of, people out there that are gathering their troops in a sense, like people are resonating with their soul family and their soul tribe, and they're being drawn closer in whatever way, shape, or form. Whether that be, from just starting to chat to people, whether that be from joining groups and things like that. We're all starting to gravitate back to our, like, a foundational energy, or our guiding energy, I guess. Because, you know, with our soul groups, there's different things that we're all here to do and accomplish, but we're all complementary and we all fit in perfectly together. There's some incredible wisdom behind all of this. Okay, so come to the edge is the next one, yeah? So the essential meanings is courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. So the oracle's message is, facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk, and that is not calculated. To feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. Wow, guys. Okay, and the relationship messages. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts of you that you've kept hidden and protected. Now it's time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, and say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. You are seeking a relationship. The same applies. Oh, sorry. If you are seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. Oh, my Lord. The prosperity message is, if ever there was a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now, and if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful, and Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you ever could imagine. Take that step. The results will be amazing. Oh, my Lord, guys. I think that was an incredible, incredible reading. Yes, and I think I'm going to have to leave it at that because that was really, really long. I didn't want it to be so long. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I will see you guys again in a couple of weeks. I'll try and actually possibly do another little mini reading next week, but uni starts next week, so I might actually take that. Yeah. I'll see you guys in a few weeks, okay? Have a good one. Bye.